July highlighted Azerbaijan's growing regional and global influence through a series of high-level diplomatic initiatives and advancing transport and energy partnerships. A key event was the 4th Shusha Global Media Forum, which brought together 270 participants from 150 media organizations across 54 countries. Addressing participants, President Ilham Aliyev outlined Azerbaijan's foreign policy priorities and its expanding role in Eurasian connectivity. He noted that years of infrastructure investment have transformed the country into a major international transport hub, with further expansion underway, including increasing the capacity of the Baku International Sea Trade Port from 15 million to 25 million tons and constructing 10 new vessels. He further emphasized the strategic alliance with Turkey, describing it as a partnership rooted in shared history, culture, and mutual support.
We are not only brothers and friends, we are allies. And if something unfortunate or bad happens to one of us, another will be with all its potential, including military, to defend our brothers. This really is a very rare case when we see that ethnic roots, common culture, common history creates a platform for countries to be so close politically.
Turning to Azerbaijan's engagement with Europe, President Aliyev said relations with the European Commission are entering a new phase. He criticized the previous leadership of the European Commission, particularly former EU Foreign Policy Chief Josep Borrell, for undermining ties between Brussels and Baku, but said both sides now recognize the need for renewed cooperation and that a reset is underway under the new European Commission.
Because he was strongly engaged by some corrupt figures, including former judge of International Court, Mr. Ocampo, who in his comments publicly acknowledged that Mr. Borrell was on his payroll. The money for Mr. Ocampo was coming from Russian-Armenian oligarch, who is now under house arrest in Armenia. So it's a big chain of anti-Azerbaijani group which existed in the European Commission.
The president also addressed Azerbaijan's relationship with the Parliamentary Assembly of the Council of Europe, arguing that the current impasse stems from political decisions made after Azerbaijan restored full control over its internationally recognized territories.
In January 2024, they put under question the credentials of Azerbaijani delegation and also deprived Azerbaijani delegation from the voting right. So that was not because of so-called human rights issues. If it was about that, it would have been done probably much earlier. It was just punishment for us for what we've done in order to restore our sovereignty. And after that, the Azerbaijani delegation made a very wise decision. Just they stopped attending the meeting, because if we don't have a voting right, why should we be there?
President Aliyev then turned to another long-standing issue in Azerbaijan-US relations, the Freedom Support Act's Amendment 907. He described the legislation as outdated and discriminatory, saying it no longer reflects today's geopolitical realities or the progress made toward peace between Azerbaijan and Armenia. The president went on to argue that recent developments, including Azerbaijan's fuel supplies to Armenia and the initialing of a peace agreement, further demonstrate why the amendment should be permanently repealed.
And I think the sooner this amendment is totally repealed by the Congress, the better for all of us. For Azerbaijan, because we will not be any longer discriminated. And for US Congress, which will demonstrate responsibility and will demonstrate the ability to admit the mistakes and also to act in accordance with the current geopolitical situation.
Reflecting on Azerbaijan's growing international profile, President Aliyev said the country's influence extends well beyond its borders. He argued that the concept of a middle power is defined not only by economic or military strength, but also by the ability to shape regional developments and assume broader international responsibilities. President Aliyev also addressed Azerbaijan's position on colonialism and the activities of the Baku Initiative Group, rejecting accusations that the country interferes in France's internal affairs.
And even I was informed that some of the participants to the international events held by Baku Initiative Group were detained They were detained, by the way, in Switzerland, and not only in France. Some of them were put to prison. And these people are talking about human rights, are trying to teach the world what is democracy.
The president also highlighted the rapid expansion of Azerbaijan's partnership with China following his state visit and the signing of the Declaration on a Comprehensive Strategic Partnership. He said cooperation has accelerated across political, economic, transport, and investment sectors, while opening an entirely new chapter in defense collaboration. Another diplomatic milestone came in Baku, where Azerbaijan and the European Union signaled a new chapter in their partnership. President Ilham Aliyev welcomed European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen for talks on energy, trade, regional connectivity, and peace in the South Caucasus. After the meeting, President Aliyev said relations with the European Union are gaining momentum.
European Union is Azerbaijan's main trading partner. More than 40% of our trade is with member states. And for European Union, Azerbaijan is the main trading partner in the Southern Caucasus. 70%, almost 70% of trade in the Southern Caucasus is trade with Azerbaijan. Today, half of our gas export goes to member states of European Union, and in total 10 members of European Union are recipients of Azerbaijani gas, with the potential to expand this geography.
Transport connectivity was also high on the agenda. President Aliyev said Azerbaijan is strengthening its role as a key transport hub linking east and west, as well as north and south, backed by major investments to expand port and rail infrastructure.
Today, the volume of cargo through Azerbaijan in all directions is growing. We invested largely in transportation infrastructure in Azerbaijan and in the neighborhood, and are continuing to do it. And with respect to the new geopolitical situation, we see that there is a need to expand the capacity of our trade seaports, of our railroad infrastructure. We are doing all of that in line with the schedule and with our own financial resources. Relatively new part in our relationship with the European Commission is renewables. We also largely discussed it with Madam President, and with the potential of Azerbaijan of solar, wind and hydropower, and existing already transmission lines and more to be built, we can become also strategic partners from this point of view.
European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen praised President Ilham Aliyev's leadership in advancing regional peace and reaffirmed the European Union support for the peace process. She also announced that, under the Global Gateway Investment Programme, the EU will provide up to €200 million in grants for transport, energy, and digital connectivity across the South Caucasus, with the potential to mobilize up to €2 billion in public and private investment.
The South Caucasus is one of the world's great crossroads, connecting Europe, the Caspian, and Central Asia. Its strategic importance continues to grow, and Azerbaijan has a central role to play. Few countries are as well placed as yours to drive regional cooperation and stability. Azerbaijan tactfully combines its strategic geography, its growing economic, political, and regional influence, and that is why we are proposing to launch an EU-Azerbaijan connectivity partnership. This goes hand in hand with the high-level connectivity dialogue, a dialogue that covers transport, energy, and digital connectivity.
On energy, Ursula von der Leyen called Azerbaijan a reliable and trusted partner, saying it stepped up supplies to Europe when Russia cut gas deliveries during the energy crisis.
The Southern Gas Corridor indeed strengthened Europe's energy security, and it is a remarkable success story. And I want to thank you for that. Now we are preparing the next chapter. Azerbaijan is investing in the energy of the future, such as your plans to develop offshore wind energy in the Caspian Sea. You have both the ambition and, of course, the potential to become a hub for clean electricity. And this fits perfectly with Europe's own clean transition.
The month also saw continued momentum in Azerbaijan's partnership with the United States. On July 7, President Ilham Aliyev welcomed US Senator Steve Daines to Baku for talks on expanding bilateral cooperation and shared strategic interests. President Aliyev highlighted the elevation of Azerbaijan-US relations to a strategic partnership, praised President Donald Trump's role in advancing the Azerbaijan-Armenia peace agenda, and recalled the signing of the Strategic Partnership Charter during US Vice President J.D. Vance's visit to Azerbaijan. Senator Daines welcomed Azerbaijan's growing role in regional stability and connectivity, with both sides reaffirming their commitment to deepening the partnership. Diplomatic engagement continued as Azerbaijan welcomed Slovak President Peter Pellegrini to Shusha for an official visit. President Ilham Aliyev and President Pellegrini reaffirmed the growing strategic partnership between the two countries, with talks focused on economic cooperation and Slovakia's role in the reconstruction of Azerbaijan's liberated territories. The leaders also visited Bash-Garvan village in Agdam, where they reviewed reconstruction work and laid the foundation stone of the Slovak-funded Milan Rostislav Stefanik Secondary School.
Bugün Slovakya-Azerbaycan siyasi əlaqələri çox yüksək səviyyədədir.
Today, political relations between Azerbaijan and Slovakia are at a very high level, as clearly demonstrated by the regular exchange of high-level visits. In 2024, we signed the Joint Declaration on Strategic Partnership, and its implementation is already producing tangible results. Such active political engagement and the successful implementation of joint projects are, of course, possible only with strong political will. We are particularly pleased that Slovakia is actively contributing to the reconstruction of Karabakh.
President Pellegrini said Azerbaijan-Slovakia ties go beyond diplomacy, praising Azerbaijan's role in energy, transport, and regional stability. He thanked Azerbaijan for its support during the energy crisis and noted ongoing efforts toward a long-term natural gas supply agreement starting in 2027. I am particularly pleased that Slovak companies are contributing to the reconstruction of Karabakh. I am confident that they will continue to make a meaningful contribution to many other important projects to be implemented here in the future. Mr. President, to echo your remarks, I would like to emphasize that the strategic partnership between Slovakia and Azerbaijan is far more than a formal declaration. The relations between our countries extend well beyond traditional diplomatic ties. We are truly friendly nations. We are friends who stand by one another and translate our excellent relations into concrete projects and practical cooperation. President Pellegrini also confirmed that Slovakia will continue serving as NATO's contact point embassy in Azerbaijan through 2028. Azerbaijan's diplomatic engagement continued with President Ilham Aliyev's official visit to Germany on July 20th to 21st, opening a new chapter in bilateral relations. President Aliyev held talks with German leaders and business representatives on expanding cooperation in energy, trade, transport, the Middle Corridor, agriculture, tourism, and economic ties. Germany welcomed Azerbaijan's progress in the peace process with Armenia and its growing role in Europe's energy security. President Aliyev noted that Azerbaijan has started supplying natural gas to Germany and Austria, contributing to the diversification of Europe's energy sources. The visit concluded with the signing of two landmark documents, the Joint Declaration on a Strategic Agenda for the Bilateral Partnership and the Joint Declaration on the Establishment and Operation of the Azerbaijan-Germany Business Council, creating a new framework for long-term political and economic cooperation. Speaking after their talks in Berlin, Chancellor Friedrich Merz emphasized the importance of dialogue, peace, and stability, welcoming the progress achieved in the Azerbaijan-Armenia peace process.
We are united by the shared conviction that, ultimately, only a negotiated settlement can bring long-term peace, security, and stability. Mr. President, peace, security, and stability in the South Caucasus are also essential for us. Germany and the European Union are very interested in achieving lasting peace in that geopolitically vital region. For this reason, Mr. President, we are particularly pleased to welcome you to Germany. We congratulate you on the initialing of the peace treaty between Azerbaijan and Armenia. This is a historic agreement. Thanks to it, an opportunity has arisen to overcome a conflict that has lasted for decades. We would be glad to do whatever we can from a German and European perspective.
Chancellor Merz said the Strategic Partnership Declaration and the new Azerbaijan-Germany Business Council would strengthen cooperation in energy, investment, trade, and transport, while opening new opportunities for businesses in both countries.
We are also holding constructive discussions regarding Azerbaijan's proposal on an investment program. This program could open up new opportunities for German companies operating in Azerbaijan. The importance of the South Caucasus as a bridge between Europe and Asia is also growing. New transport and trade corridors create economic potential that we want to utilize jointly.
President Aliyev said Azerbaijan is playing an increasingly important role as a reliable energy supplier and a strategic transport hub connecting Europe and Asia.
Starting this year, Azerbaijan has begun exporting its natural gas to Germany. Thus, our gas is currently delivered to 10 European Union member countries, which undoubtedly makes a major contribution to energy security. Considering that Azerbaijan also exports its oil to Germany and is determined to deliver its green energy to Europe in the future, cooperation in the energy field will be very large-scale. Azerbaijan-Germany cooperation is also of paramount importance in terms of connectivity and transit opportunities, as German companies have achieved great success in this field. Azerbaijan continues to modernize its transport infrastructure. By becoming a full member of the Central Asian Consultative Meetings format last year, Azerbaijan serves as a bridge between Central Asia and Europe, a role that will steadily expand.
President Aliyev thanked Germany for its support of the peace process and expressed confidence that Berlin would continue to play an important role in strengthening Azerbaijan-EU relations.
Today, petrol and diesel fuel supplied by Azerbaijan are making a significant contribution to Armenia's energy security, particularly given the current difficulties affecting the export and import of petroleum products. At the same time, the transit of cargo to Armenia through the territory of Azerbaijan has also gathered momentum. To date, more than 40,000 tons of transit cargo have passed through Azerbaijani territory.
Azerbaijan also advanced cooperation with its Central Asian partners during President Ilham Aliyev's state visit to Kyrgyzstan. In Cholpon-Ata, Presidents Ilham Aliyev and Sadir Japarov signed a treaty on allied relations, elevating bilateral ties to the highest level, and oversaw the signing of several agreements, including one to double the capital of the Azerbaijan-Kyrgyzstan Development Fund to $200 million. President Aliyev also joined the informal meeting of the heads of state of Azerbaijan and the Central Asian countries, where he reaffirmed that cooperation with the region remains a key foreign policy priority. The meeting concluded with the signing of the Cholpon-Ata Declaration. Reconstruction across Azerbaijan's liberated territories continued to gain momentum in July, with major investments advancing infrastructure, energy, cultural restoration, and resettlement. During a visit to the Lachin, Shushol, and Kojevan districts on July 11, President Ilham Aliyev launched the construction of the Hakkariche Reservoir, inaugurated 3 new hydroelectric power stations, and reviewed key reconstruction projects. The president also met with residents returning to several villages, opened the restored House Museum in Shushol, reviewed tourism and urban development projects, and inaugurated the Hankendi Hotel, highlighting the steady revival of life and economic activity across the liberated territories.